Welcome, everyone. My name is Maureen Scallon-Failer, and I am president of the Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. And I'd like to welcome all of you here this morning on what is a beautiful fall day in Minnesota. I also have a tagline that I like to use out here in Bloomington. It is a Chamber of Commerce Day, and it is always sunny in Bloomington. And just so you know, Bloomington really is home to several nonprofits. That's what makes, I think, Bloomington very vibrant. Not only Veep, we have Cornerstone, we have Oasis to Youth, Companies to Classrooms, Bridging. That's what I think makes our city very special on top of everything else. But, all right, so we have a little program here this morning that we're going to walk through, and you're going to have a couple or three presenters, four presenters possibly. But the Bloomington Chamber, our mission statement is to partner with local businesses and the community to promote, support, and enhance business prosperity, civic vitality, and the quality of life in Bloomington. Our board of directors. Our organization is governed by the Bloomington Chamber Board of Directors, and we have two of our board members here today. So I'm just going to briefly turn it over to Becky just to talk a little bit about the composition of the board and just a little bit about the strategic plan.
So welcome everyone. As I said, I'm on the board of directors. I'm a fairly new member, so I started last year in December, so I'm still getting my wits about me. So there's 22 board members representing the industry, geography, and just diversity of the community. And so there are elected officials, and then there's also ex officio members. So for example, the superintendent of schools, chief of police, and a few others are ex officio members. So hopefully if you see some of these folks around, they'll engage you and give you more ideas about how you can really leverage your membership with the chamber. These are our four strategic goals set forth by the Chamber overall. And so one is, of course, to achieve efficiencies and strengthen the Chamber of Commerce to ensure organizational success. We want to also serve as voices for you within the business community. So Brent's here from the Minneapolis Chamber. We very much are advocates for different policies that are important to the business community. We want to increase member involvement, ensure that the membership is meaningful, memorable, and measurable for you. And then lastly, we obviously want to be a resource and connector for the business community and other interests. So please leverage us, meet us help you.
Thank you, Becky, and thank you for serving on the board of directors. It is a time commitment. And actually, at the end of September, the board of directors convened for our annual retreat. And one of the things that the board does is it really reflects over this last year what accomplishments have been done, specifically relating to the strategic plan, and what, if any, new initiatives or strategies will the chamber take moving forward in our upcoming year in 2017. And just quickly, we have some exciting things happening within the organization. As Becky alluded, we are an area chamber, an affiliate of the Minneapolis Regional Chamber of Commerce. The Bloomington Chamber merged in with Minneapolis back in 2000, and in 2006, thank you, Brent, the Northeast Minneapolis Chamber came on board. So our organization has really three separate subsidiaries, if you will, but we really are one powerful voice of business, and that is the Regional Chamber of Commerce. So when you join the chamber, not only are you joining your local chamber here in Bloomington, you are members of the Minneapolis and Northeast Chamber. And that's what really sets us aside from our fellow chambers in the metropolitan area. We do work very closely with our neighboring chambers, and you'll hear a little bit more about that. But that's what makes us stand out, is that regional connection. Whether you're a small business and your focus is just Bloomington or South Metro, or you're a large business, Becky Donaldson, McDonald, our newest member, I think just as of Friday. you guys came on board. There is something for everyone. You can focus just on the south area in Bloomington, or you can focus regionally, and that's what makes us unique. Just quickly, brand new, just yesterday, very pleased to announce our new president and CEO who started yesterday, Jonathan Weinhagen. And Jonathan comes from the St. Paul Area Chamber of Commerce. And he brings a whole new level of ideas, energy, and vision for the Chamber of Commerce. And when I said Matt Kramer is the president of the St. Paul Area Chamber of Commerce, so I always get the two confused. But Jonathan will be out spending a lot of time here in Bloomington getting to know all the chamber members, and we're real excited that he is on board. All right, so what is the makeup of our organization? So within the organization as a whole, we have over 1,000 plus members here in not only in Hennepin County, but we go beyond the 7 counties and even over into Wisconsin. Over 1,500 locations. And what I am so impressed with is the bottom number, over 200,000 employees. So when a business joins the chamber, it's not only the president, the owner, the CEO, or the VP of marketing. All members of that corporation, business, employees are chamber members. And that brings of strong value and opportunity to help employees grow in their positions, to make the necessary contacts, to build those relationships so that they can be successful. We're asked a lot, what's your member? What's the size? What's the demographic? What's the makeup? The majority of our businesses, chamber members, are that small business. It's that 1 to 50 full-time employees. And that really is what I call the heartbeat and the pulse of the Chamber of Commerce. Then it goes up on size. And for instance, Donaldson, Becky, how many employees do you have?
1,100.
1,100. So you can see just the widespread. But the small business member is really the heart and pulse. Now, Robert, how many employees does Health Partners have?
23,500 and about 3,500 in Bloomington.
Oh, okay. 23, wow. So you can see the ranges of large business, and that's the other thing I want to point out, and that's another thing that makes our community so successful, is the large corporations. We do have Donaldson, we do have Toro, Health Partners, Thermo King. That's what makes our community thrive as well. I mentioned our nonprofits. And so you can start seeing how all this is coming together that makes the South Metro area in Bloomington so successful. The city of Bloomington is a very strong partner with the Chamber of Commerce, and I was over at the city last night for what I would call a marathon session over there. And you know, the interesting or the good thing with the city of Bloomington and the Chamber of Commerce, we really have come together as partners. We don't always agree on certain policies that the city of Bloomington moves forward on, but at the end of the day, they respect the Bloomington Chamber of Commerce, and they know we are the go-to organization. We are the voice of business. And we carry that message loud and clear through City Hall, through the State Chamber, through Hennepin County, through the Metropolitan Airports Commission. We are looked to on several different fronts. And the one thing I want to let you know, that is part of why businesses join the Chamber, is to ensure that businesses are being watched for and that public policy does not make it restrictive, but hopefully makes our businesses being able to thrive. And Becky mentioned we do have a city council member on our board, and that council member is Tim Bussey. And then we have our other ex officios, the chief of police of Bloomington, the school superintendent. So again, nonprofits, large business, small business, community stakeholders on the board level. is what makes the Bloomington Chamber of Commerce so successful and so vibrant. I am thrilled of where the Chamber of Commerce is and where we are going. We are here to serve you. We work for the members of the Chamber of Commerce. So our doors are always open, whether you have a question for Rhonda regarding membership, or maybe you know of a business that really should be a member, see Rhonda. If you need help just trying to maximize the benefits of your membership, Brent's is great. Anna Stinson, myself, we are here. We want you to get value and success out of your chamber membership. So please take advantage of that. So now I'm going to turn it over to our membership director extraordinaire, Rhonda.
Good morning, everyone. So Brent and I, we've been doing this program for close to 2.5 years, so we're pretty familiar with the information, correct? I hope so. That's okay. So we try to have a little bit of fun with it, so if we have some dark humor or anything, that's just us from doing it for 2.5 years. So bear with us on that. At this point, I would like to ask Krista Jeck from ECM Publishers to come up and tell us about a really exciting benefit that the Chamber offers its members. So welcome, Krista.
Hi, thank you everyone, good morning. So kind of to piggyback on what Maureen was talking about, obviously the Chamber is here to be your resource. They want to be here and be an advocate for you, give you opportunities to network with other members. This is an extension of that. This is a benefit that you get with your membership. And just by a show of hands, who in this room has a directory? Good. Good. So for those of you that do not have a directory, make sure that you see Rhonda and I after. We've got directories out on the table when we leave here, so make sure that you see us and get a copy of that. For those of you that raise your hand and have a directory, how many of you use your directory throughout the year? Not as many of a show of hands. Kevin, you see us after and we're going to go through training. Yeah. But no, so these directories are so important because the Chamber really, they do a lot of work throughout the year to put this resource together for us as members to make it very simple to go through. If you go through, the front of the book really talks to you about the opportunities that you have in this Chamber, the events that happen, the committees you can join, the programs that they offer. It really is a very quick and easy way to kind of page through and see what is available to you at the Chamber. The second part of the book is for you to connect with other members, and that is one of the reasons you join this organization, is because you want to connect with other people in this organization, whether you want them to do business with your company or you want to do business with theirs. And so we make it very simple in here. We actually put it in the information here in 3 ways. And so what we do is we put it in there alphabetically, so you already know who someone is, you've met them at an event, you just can't remember their phone number, go to the alphabetical section, you find them. Second, we put it in there by category, and that is so you know that you need someone in insurance or you need a new bank, but you're not sure who. You go to the category section, you can see who those organizations that are members are that you can choose from. And then third, we have it in there as representatives. So again, you met somebody at an event, you connected, you really want to follow up with them, you look in the back, find their contact information, and can follow up from there. So it really is such a great resource that if you're not using it, we hope that you do use it throughout the year as you're trying to find prospects for your business and hopefully on a personal level as you're looking to do business with others. So having said that, you have another opportunity as a member to be involved with this directory besides having your listing in there. And that is that you can purchase advertising in the directory. And so what that does is it gives you an opportunity to get your message out to other members in a little bit more detail. And so what's great about purchasing an ad in the directory is that when your listing is in that category section, we reference your ad. See our ad below, see our ad on page 10, wherever your ad happens to be. Depending on if you bought a premium position or if you didn't buy a premium position, it's probably right near your listing in the category section somewhere. So it's a great opportunity for you to get that message out there. And if you kind of think back to the days a little bit of the phone book when people would look, you kind of go to the people that have the bigger ads, that just you're drawn to that. And so we also reference that, like I said, in that category section. So, and we actually, as luck would have it, we are in the process of working on the 2017 directory right now. So we are currently selling the advertising for that. We've got a couple weeks left. We are kind of coming to the end of the cycle. So we want to make sure that people, if people haven't reserved their space, they have an opportunity to do so. And so after the meeting today, I will be out at the table, both handing out directories if someone needs one, and I've got information on advertising in the directory. So having said that, why would you advertise? You get a free listing. Why do we need to advertise in the directory, or why would you want to? And there's a few different reasons. Number one, again, like I said, it gives you that enhanced presence in there. Someone goes, they're looking for a bank, they're looking for an insurance company. They're going to go to those people. If someone's got an ad in there, they're going to be drawn to that. They're going to go and get some of that extra information. So it's an opportunity, again, for you to have that book working for you throughout the year, having that little bit more in-depth information on your business. Two, it's very cost effective. Quarter page ads start at $265. Get up into the premium if you want a full color ad, a tab in the directory. Those are a little over $600. So it gives you, it's so cost effective. It's out there for an entire year working for you. And third, it comes back and it supports the chamber. And a lot of people don't realize this, but the chamber gets several benefits of this when we sell advertising. A book like this, because the chamber is a nonprofit, it can't be published without advertising support. And so what it does, not only does your advertising allow the chamber to produce this book as a resource for you every year, but actually a portion of that revenue comes back to the chamber, and they're able to funnel that back through into your programming and events and other things throughout the year. So it's so important that we as members support this because it's so many benefits not only to you, but then there's benefits that come back to the chamber as well. Any questions on that information? Make sure, like I said, if you don't have a directory, please make sure you see us afterwards. We'll get you a directory. I've got some information flyers, but this is something, like I said, we are looking to close up the advertising in the next couple weeks. So if it's something you're interested in doing, we want to make sure that we talk to you about that.
How many copies do you produce and distribute?
So what we do is it goes one to every member. So we do about 600, and then we mail one to every primary contact of the member. And then if you need any more in your organization, then you would contact Rhonda and see if we can get more. So great question. Any other questions? All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Krista.
You're welcome.
So we started publishing the directory last year after a several-year reprieve of that, and we found that people find it very valuable and useful. So do make note that you will be listed in it as a member of the chamber, and that's just one of the additional marketing tools that we offer our membership. So take advantage of that. For the remainder of the program, another 3 hours, I think, is what we've got scheduled. No, it's actually 30 minutes. We're going to talk a little bit more about programs, events, marketing opportunities, and that, and how to get to know your chamber a little bit better, and find where you might fit as far as what events you'd like to attend, what marketing tools might be available that you maybe didn't know about, or the programs that we provide for our membership and also the community. So Brent and I do a little bit of a tag team here. So I'll start it off. And out here in Bloomington, we offer membership meetings. Those are opportunities. You know, the chamber is, we're all about connecting people and businesses. Chambers have been around for well over 200 years, so we're not the first, nor will we be the last. Our membership meetings range from everything from a opportunity here to connect to our annual meeting, State of the City, Business Day at City Hall, different membership meetings throughout the year. So we're always, every month is a new and unique month for us, and we hope you'll participate with those meetings that come along. We also have a program called BEER, and BEER does not stand for beer. BEER is actually an acronym for the Bloomington, Edina, Eden Prairie, and Richfield Chambers. Our 4 chambers get together once a quarter, and we will put a program together, generally a luncheon with a keynote speaker in that, and we invite all of our chamber members from the 4 chambers to attend. It's a great way to get outside of your home chamber and meet other folks, and then also hear from a awesome speaker. So Next time you see a beer event come up, ours is, each chamber hosts one. The Bloomington hosted event is coming up on, I believe, November 2nd, so watch for that. And then we also have a public affairs forum. One of the things that's coming up with within that program is our candidate forum, which will be held next Wednesday, October 19th. I think this year it's really important to get out there, learn who the candidates are, learn what they're standing for, what they're all about, and how it'll affect you and your business here within our community and throughout the state of Minnesota. And then we have a great program called Business Matters, Safety Matters. We do that in conjunction with the Bloomington Police Department. And so once a quarter they'll come out and they put on a seminar. It could be anything from safety in retail to learn about the SWAT team at the Bloomington Police Department, to cybersecurity, to a canine demonstration. This is a way that we can get out there and work with businesses that come in, and some of our largest businesses send a lot of people to attend that program because they like that partnership with the Bloomington Police Department and like learning more about the different programs that are available. The Bloomington Police Department, if you haven't seen it, they published a Running Man video, and I would encourage you to Google search that, and they did a great job of having a lot of fun as a police department and as a city hall, and it's just a super fun video. So who here has actually seen the video? All right, we have quite a few people. Great video, go check it out. And then sometimes in Minneapolis, they do programs and events too, right?
Yeah, we have a few things going on. And as Rhonda and I give you a little bit of the overview, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to go to all these things or I'm not getting value out of my chamber membership. We work for the chamber and we can't go to all of the things that we're presenting, so it's figuring out what makes most sense for you. In fact, a significant portion of our membership doesn't attend program events. They find value in other ways. Maureen was talking a little bit about the the work at City Hall and through at the state capitol. A fair number of our members, hire us to be their government affairs voice. They don't have the luxury. They're smaller members. They don't have a Robert Freeman to be able to do that all the time. So they rely on the chamber to do that. Having said that, one of the things that we do on that level, Business Day at City Hall, we just had the Bloomington's version last month. This Friday morning, we're downtown Minneapolis at the City Hall. We'll hear from the mayor, city department heads, council members. It's a friendly forum. We don't go there with pitchforks, but as some of you may know, if you do business at all in Minneapolis, there is a lot of activity on the city's agenda, especially on business concerns, issues with safe and sick leave that they passed last year, to scheduling and minimum wage and all those sort of things. So a lot of business concerns, in addition to the ongoing issues of transit and transportation, public safety, all those sort of things. So if you do any business in Minneapolis or are concerned with those types of issues spreading regionally, come Friday morning. We also do a kickoff the beginning of the year with the St. Paul Chamber where we bring St. Paul's mayor, currently Mayor Coleman, and Mayor Hodges together for a friendly kind of preview of the year and what's going on. So that's always in January. Critical Issues Forum is a kind of big picture regional topic that we lead. So think of issues like education and workforce development, healthcare, transit and transportation. Those are the type of topics that we'll take on a quarterly basis. And then we also, Maureen was talking a little bit about chambers being kind of the cheerleaders for the region. It's always sunny and beautiful, and that's true. But we also take a really hard analytical look at how we're doing as a region to improve, kind of in conjunction with an inner-city leadership visit that we do every year, where we bring 90 or so business and civic leaders to a peer metro region to compare best practices and meet leaders there, and then pat ourselves on the back where we're doing well and say, geez, we could do better here. Well, the Spring Critical Issues Forum is really devoted to giving ourselves a report card on those critical issues in terms of our community. How do we do better on skills gap or achievement gap? How do we maintain the great quality of life that we have? And so in conjunction with a lot of partners in the community, Greater MSP and others, we put that together for our members. Good Morning in Minneapolis, kind of what the name sounds like. At breakfast meetings, Minneapolis focused. We partner with Meet Minneapolis and the Downtown Council to put those together, 5 breakfast meetings throughout the year. There's one coming up at the end of this month. Smart for Business is really a educational series that is open to topics of concern throughout our membership for improving your business. So we just had one last month on messaging and marketing and how to stay on top of social media and have a strategy involved there. And then Chamber Town Talk, based out of the Northeast Chamber, community public affairs concerns. It's also a morning meeting 5 times a year, meets at Jack's Cafe, so it's nice to just go there and find out what's going on.
Excellent. We have lots of opportunity to network with your peers. In fact, we're doing it today here at Meet the Chamber. Here in Bloomington, we have a program called Let's Connect. We meet every other month, and I always call it kind of a guided networking event in which we get to spend a little bit more time hearing from you about you, your company, your position, and maybe finding some interactions where if someone says, well, my car broke down this morning, you're going to want to get to know Lemaitrie's there. Or if you say, hey, I'm going to refinance my house, then you get in touch with Midland Title. We also have a happy hour networking, which, as you've heard a number of times this morning, we're pretty excited about. Chambers, we are doing this serious work, whether it's at City Hall, whether it's with our programming and that, but one thing Chambers do like to do is we like to have fun. And we have found, it's proven, people like going to happy hour networking groups. They seem to have a lot of fun, right? And so this week we will be at Hard Rock Cafe, a really cool event. The general manager is actually from the Key West store, and they always put a Christmas in July program on. And so they're kind of bringing that whole vision here to Minneapolis or Minnesota out at the Mall of America here in October. So I know we are in for a really good night that night. So if you're able to, stop over and have some fun with us over at Hard Rock.
Yeah, these are the classic networking programs that you think all chambers have. I think we do a great job with them. The Minneapolis versions of the Let's Connect and Happy Hour Networking are on the bottom there, the Get Acquainted Breakfast and Northeast Networking Night. So you have opportunities to do that north of 494 as well. We also have some peer networking groups. Drive Emerging Leaders is our name for our Young Professionals group. They do a monthly roundtable morning meeting, January through October, and then they have 3 or 4 social events throughout the year. And everyone in here, I think, would be, if you think of yourself as a young professional, you are. As I age, you never want to think you're old. So if you like the topic, you're interested in the group, I always say, feel free to go. Executive Women's Council is our programming that's specific towards mid to senior level women professionals, women business owners. It's mostly lunches. They have 1 social event throughout the year. And then ChamberNet and B2B are business leads, business referral groups. We have 2 that meet out of the Bloomington Chamber, 1 that meets in Minneapolis. They're industry specific. They meet once a month and exchange leads and referrals and grow your business.
Well, and just to make sure that you're aware that you can attend any one of our events. If you want to go up to Northeast and go to Jack's for a meeting, you're more than welcome to. We do host about 130 different events throughout the course of the year. So if you want to keep busy, we can keep you pretty busy.
And there are email notices on these.
There are many email notices, so you're on board with the emails now, correct?
Yeah, I didn't get one on the Minneapolis.
One of the things that you can do, one of the things that you can do is you can tailor. We'll talk a little bit about how you access the back end, what's called the Member Information Center. You can kind of streamline communications. So if you only want Bloomington-specific emails, you can do that. If you want to make sure that you're on, the Drive Emerging Leaders email list, we can do that as well. So we can tailor that for you.
So we'll make sure you're getting that the critical issues emails. But we do try to get emails out about all of our events, and hopefully you have found that to be true. Here in Bloomington, I talked a little bit about some of our programs that we do within our community, and the Bloomington Future Leaders Program is just that. So we work with Jefferson and Kennedy high schools each year to provide a year-long program for emerging leaders, for seniors that are going to be coming out into the workforce or going on to higher ed, or just going on to Normandale to pursue an education there. We offer 2 conferences during that school year, one in the fall and one in the spring. Our students really, really enjoy this program, and it's a great way for the Chamber and also our business members to engage with our young students. And so we do have, in the spring, we have about 50 business volunteers that participate with mock interviews and that. And then in the fall, we've got our fall conference coming up on October 31st, and we have volunteers there to assist with the program that day. So if you have an interest, let us know and we can provide you with additional information. And then also one of the key facts about the Future Leaders is it has a scholarship component to it. So we do offer scholarships to our students that participate in that. And I think last year we gave out about 6,000, I think it was, in scholarships. So it definitely has a great give back to it as well. And then we have a community outreach program, and that is for companies to say, boy, what can I do in my community? How can I give back? Or all of a sudden they realize, geez, we've never done anything out there. You can call the Chamber office or receive one of our emails and find out how you can participate with a senior yard cleanup, or how you can help to build a Santa house at the holidays, or how you can stock a food shelf. We've got lots of opportunities throughout the course of the year, and our members find it just very easy to find different ways to give back.
On the Minneapolis side, Weed It and Reap is a spring and fall cleanup that enlists a lot of volunteers in the community in northeast Minneapolis. Leadership Twin Cities is really a premier professional development program that's been going on 40 plus years. I think Robert may have gone through that a few years ago. It's by application, late spring, early summer, and then the class goes September through May. There's an overnight retreat in September, and then a deep dive into regional issues. So there's a Arts and Culture Day, Politics and Media, Government Affairs, that sort of thing, where the class not only meets leaders in the field dealing with regional concerns, but you also form really a tight network with your classmates, with your cohort. It has a really large and active alumni group as well. So if you're interested in more information about that, let me know. Obviously, that class is newly started now, but we're always looking for people who are interested in upcoming classes.
Great. Premier events, we've got a number of them. Out here in Bloomington, we kick off the year with our annual gala. Our gala is one of the most famous galas here in the metro area. It is a themed event. So, for instance, this year we are going to be at the BCC Corral, so it is a country western theme, so it should be lots of fun. Got about 300 attendees to that, and everyone dresses in costume for the event. Last year we were Heroes and Legends. The year before it was Rewind the 80s. It's a really fun night and very over the top as far as just the entire feel and look of the gala. So watch for more information of that. And then we wouldn't be a Chamber of Commerce if we did not host a golf classic. That is required within a Chamber of Commerce, from my experience. So we do have a golf tournament. It's in June, the 3rd Monday in June, and it's just a great day over at Minnesota Valley Country Club. You can participate as a player, as a sponsor, as an attendee, as a volunteer. We will begin our volunteer committee in January for the Golf Classic. Right now we've also got the Gala Committee running, so if you'd still like to participate with that, let us know and we can make sure that we connect you with Anna, who's in charge of all of our events and that here at the Chamber. Moving along in the year, then we do have our Bloomington annual meeting, which happens in February, and this event is really our time to talk about you know, what happened in the year prior here at the Chamber of Commerce? Where did we make, you know, really make positive advances in our initiatives? What programs did we bring forward? What worked, and kind of, you know, what can we improve on? And then we also look ahead to what's going to happen in the year 2017. You know, what are some of our initiatives, programs, events, changes in that? As Maureen mentioned, we have a new CEO, Jonathan Weinhagen. This is a super exciting time for all of our chambers because with new leadership, new opportunities arise. And I think with Minneapolis, it's the 150th celebration for Minneapolis. This is all really big fun stuff that we're going to be doing. So it's our pleasure to welcome Jonathan. And I would say for all of you members, this is a great time to be on board as well. Business Day at City Hall, we just had that in September. We were over at Bloomington City offices, and we heard from the mayor, the city manager. There was a business survey that was started, now it'll be 2 years ago, that really looked at what businesses think and feel about different services and that are offered. What's it like to do business in Bloomington? And we reviewed those results, as well as we had the opportunity to learn about all the departments and then have some conversations as well about what it's like to operate a business here in Bloomington. So that was a great day. Coming up is it the end of this month already? Wow. The 27th of October, we will have our airport luncheon. This is one of our largest events. We'll have about 500 or 600 people there. It's over at the DoubleTree, and it is just, you know, what's going on at the airport, new changes, new additions. Our airport is, if you haven't been out there in a long time, it's really a great place to go out and learn about art and culture and fly away to tropical areas in the winter. And we're excited to have some great speakers that day. So if you'd like to be in a very large audience and meet with people that are really outside of maybe your personal network, that's a great place to go. And then we have our State of the City program, which happens in March. And that we do in partnership with the Bloomington City offices. And we hear kind of what's going on at City Hall, what's going on within the city offices, what changes are they making, you know, what happened over the course of the last year moving forward. We hear about new economic development. That is another high attendance event. I think we have a little over 300 last year. So I would encourage you to attend that. And then in Minneapolis and Northeast.
So if every chamber does a golf tournament, not everyone does a parade, but we're a chamber that puts on a parade. For 88 years in Northeast Minneapolis, the Celebrate Northeast Parade has been going on. Usually it's the day after the golf tournament, the third Tuesday in June. A lot of attendance, a lot of entrants, really fun event. Northeast also has a community celebration coming up at the end of this month that engages community groups, their local police precinct, and chamber recognition. On the larger regional scale, we too have an annual meeting. I know annual meeting sounds dull as dirt. They're actually a ton of fun. The last couple of years it was a game show format. As Rhonda mentioned, 2017 is in conjunction with Minneapolis's 150th anniversary. So think really big birthday bash in coordination with that annual meeting. It's February 17th, if that's of interest to note down. Best in business, we like to recognize our chamber members who are hitting it out of the park. So every year, beginning of the year, we look for nominations. You can self-nominate. You can nominate a fellow chamber business that's doing great things. There are 5 categories. And then in March, mid to late March, we hold a luncheon to recognize those businesses. Plenty of Bloomington businesses have won Best in Business awards, so I encourage you to look for that as well. And then finally, actually our largest program that we're involved with, the Minnesota Keystone Program, 40-plus years of recognition for companies that are giving back to the community, recognizing charitable giving, 2% or more of pre-tax earnings back, one way, shape, or form, pro bono, in kind, in trade, actual cash money. It started as the 5% Club years ago. It's a free program statewide. If your business qualifies, I'd encourage you to be recognized. Every December, actually it's the second Thursday in December, we hold a really large luncheon with a significant keynote speaker, and we honor 3 companies that are participants in Keystone. This year, the keynote is Richard Davis from U.S. Bank.
Excellent. You can join a committee. We have quite a number of committees, and first off is the ambassadors. The ambassadors serve as the face and as the face of the chamber, and they work with our new members, existing members, and we're lucky enough today to have one of our favorite ambassadors in the room, Kevin Mendel from Big Frog, and he was just handed a microphone, so nothing like putting you on the spot, but if you could give like a 20-minute speech about why you participate, that would be great. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm a member of the Bloomington Ambassador Group. So the ambassadors are a group of chamber members that come out and welcome all the new members into the chamber. So what you're getting here is just a real in-depth of everything that the chambers can offer. What we do is we come around, introduce ourselves, and really find out what you want out of the chamber so we can kind of steer you into the direction that might be the best fit for you. So whether it's networking or just want to give back to the community, those are some of the things that we do. We kind of help you get acclimated into the chamber, talk about some of the programs that might be beneficial to you so that your membership is very beneficial for you. So, and there's a group of 6 or 8 of us. We're always looking for new members, so obviously if you would like to go out and network, meet some of those new chamber members, the ambassador group is a great opportunity for you.
Then moving on, after the ambassadors, they do such a great job for us. We also, as I mentioned earlier, we have our gala committee right now that is hard at work, making sure that our gala at the end of January is going to be bigger, better, wower than years past, and that's always the goal. So if you have an interest, you can certainly participate on that. Golf, we're a little bit early for that, but you can also participate on the golf committee early once that gets going early in 2017. And then we have the Bloomington Future Leaders, and today we do not have a spokesperson from that group, but that is a really great representation of our chamber that participates on the Future Leader Committee, and they're very personally invested in it, and it's just a great way to get out and work with the school district, work with our students, participate in building the program. It's been around for about 7 years now and really has morphed into this awesome program, and if you have an interest in that, please let us know. We'd love to have you participate. Grow Minnesota, that is a business retention and expansion initiative that was started, I think, about 14 years ago through the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce, and they asked local chambers of commerce to go out and meet with our membership and have confidential conversations about, their business. Are they thinking of expansion? Are they thinking of relocating? So that communities aren't surprised when companies are changing or they've added an expansion, but it's not in their hometown community. So Donaldson, let's keep in the loop, okay? Yeah. That's all right, good. And then public affairs, public policy. They meet each month and talk about issues important here to Bloomington. They talk about economic development issues and that's a great committee as well if you have an interest in that. And then small business, that's a program that's run out of Minneapolis. And what they do is they provide programming for small business. So pretty self-explanatory there. They do a great job of that. And then signature events such as Business Day at City Hall, State of the City, our annual meeting, those are all opportunities for you as members of the chamber to get more involved. Our website, www.bloomingtonchamber.org. If you'll notice along the top there, we list Minneapolis, Bloomington, and Northeast, all color-coded, and you can toggle back and forth between the chambers of commerce. Up in the right-hand corner, you'll see it says Member Directory. That lists all of our members throughout our chambers of commerce. So in addition to the directory, you can look up members at that. It always keeps you in the loop as to what's going on. You can post community events and that, and I think Brent's going to talk a little bit more about that. We also have an opportunity to have an enhanced business listing. So you're all listed on our member directory, on our website, but you can also purchase an enhanced listing, which allows you to put YouTube videos, pictures, have additional keywords or company description. People purchase that because they just want to have a greater presence on our website. Our website gets about 30,000 hits each month, so it's very active and gains a lot of great exposure for our members. Also, in addition, on our website, we have
Yeah, just a few things. Check out your, the directory. As Rhonda mentioned, make sure you're listed correctly. The link is working the way you'd like it to. She talked a little bit about enhanced business listing. If you are the type of business that offers discounts, offers sales, we have member-to-member discounts. You see the little icon there where you can offer a specific chamber member discount to fellow chamber members, or hot deals, just general discounts. Job postings, you can do that through the chamber as well, and you can post them directly yourself. Talked a little bit about the printed membership directory out of Bloomington. We refer chamber members when we get queries, other chamber members, so it's important to be listed and recognized. Community calendar, that's where I post all the ribbon cuttings and grand openings that we do through the chamber. I encourage you to go to those. They're usually people are in a good mood, they're having a lot of fun, they're celebratory, great networking opportunity that's free, and sometimes you can get a whole dinner and drinks out of it as well too, depending. But it's also where you have an opportunity to post things that you're doing. An opportunity if you're involved, if you have your own gala, if you're offering a seminar for fellow business members, use the community calendar for that under community events. Member news, press release type material. You bring in a new leader to your organization, you win an award or get a recognition. We want to be able to share that through the business community, through the chamber. That's what member news is for. Referral program, so I mentioned we only refer chamber members when people ask us, you know, where should I go for an accountant? We will refer our chamber members, but also we want you to refer other people to join the chamber, and if you do and they become members, you get a $50 gift card to the chamber member restaurant of your choice. Rhonda's happy to give those out, and I know Robert has one coming. I think somebody else in the room has one coming, so you still need to let us know where you want that.
So keep them going.
Okay. Office and conference facilities, so we have them available here, the room you're in. Also downtown, if you just want to use our offices, and we have a couple conference rooms there, they're available for you. Or if you just want a workspace and you're tired of working out of a coffee shop, please use the chamber facilities. We're involved with all the major sports teams. We have phenomenal seats. They usually go right away when the season starts, which in the case of the Twins this year was a really fortunate thing from the chamber's perspective. But anyway, they go quickly. And we also do events with the sports teams, so those come up as well. So if you're into that, let us know. We had a preview of the US Bank Stadium right after it opened. We'll have some other things coming up as well. We update the membership database monthly, and you can access that through your username and password, or we can send it to you in an Excel spreadsheet. So if you're doing a gala on your own, or you have an event, you can sort by zip code or by business type and send something out. Minnesota Drug Card, funny name for a prescription drug benefit card that can be used throughout the state at all sorts of retail outlets, and it's free and it can go to non-members. Anybody can use it. And then we have a national affinity program with Office Depot, Office Max, discounts on paper and break room supplies. I'd recommend just click on the icon on our website and find out a little more about that.
Great, thank you. We help to promote your business through ribbon cuttings, grand openings, ribbon cuttings. That's where you're going to see our ambassadors as well. We love to celebrate new business, expansions, grand reopenings, and so if something like that is coming down your pike, please let us know. And then we also have a variety of sponsorship opportunities. So if you want to put your business front and center at the gala or the golf tournament, or within our weekly update, and that you can certainly do that. And speaking of our weekly update, we've got the eConnections newsletter, the Bloomington Weekly Update, website banner ads. All of those are ways to enhance your business. So if you have an interest, please see either Brent or I after today's meeting. So you can show your chamber support with a proud member logo on your website. Of course, you'll receive a window decal and then also a membership plaque. And it is proven that 63% of consumers are more likely to buy from a chamber member business. So make sure that you're displaying that you are a proud member of the Bloomington and/or Minneapolis Regional Chamber. You can stay informed. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. As I mentioned, we have our Bloomington Weekly Update, comes out every Monday morning, tells you what's going on here in Bloomington. And then the E-Connections is sent on the first and third Thursday, which talks about things that are going on in Minneapolis and Northeast Minneapolis. So make sure you're reading your emails and are up to speed on what's going on at the chamber. And so what's next? If you're not a member, you can join the chamber. You can attend your first event. Follow us on social media, enhance your business listing, get involved, and the list goes on. If you have concerns or you have questions about specific programs, Brent and I are both great resources for the chamber, and we're also pretty friendly, so you've always got someone on the other side of the phone that's happy to help you out. And before we leave today, I know we're running just a few minutes behind, but we've got an awesome video that we'd like to play.
The Bloomington Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors came together 3 years ago to develop and to initiate a strategic plan for the Chamber of Commerce. I am pleased to report that we have come together to revise our strategic plan to carry us forward into the next decade. This strategic plan, developed by the Bloomington Chamber Board of Directors, provides opportunity, partnership, collaboration with our stakeholders in and around the city of Bloomington and the South Metro area. You will now hear from some of our Chamber Board of Directors.
The board has a new strategic plan that's been updated for 2015 for the next 3 years, and we're excited to begin implementing that at the board level, especially focusing on being the voice of business. We're very excited to have our first business day at City Hall, which brought in over 100 people to meet with city officials and talk about issues that were important to the business community. We're also excited to see a new city manager and the first ever business survey sent out to businesses, which was something the Bloomington Chamber had long advocated for.
Over the years, we've been involved with focus groups on a number of issues with the City of Bloomington, and the Chamber has been a great supporter of that and helped initiate the workings with the City of Bloomington.
The Chamber plays an important role in helping the city in terms of economic development. There are two major developing areas within the city of Bloomington right now, the South Loop area and the Penn American District. The Chamber of Commerce has been invaluable in terms of establishing a dialogue between the city and the businesses that are in the area or potential businesses who would like to come to the area. The Chamber of Commerce has been involved in terms of education and bringing people along and giving the business perspective to city staff and elected officials, just so we can understand a little bit better what the businesses are looking for in both a developing and a redeveloping area of the city.
Speaking on behalf of Excel Energy, we really like this chamber because of the programs and the services and the events that it delivers. From anything from our gala, which is kind of renowned in the metro area, to policy events such as having legislative candidates in. They create great opportunities for us to be able to meet with policymakers, customers, and just members that we maybe quite don't know yet at those events.
Membership in the chamber is critical for businesses of all sizes, actually. Bloomington is a close-knit community. It's about community, it's about supporting each other. It's a good way to get connected, grow your business, share your story, and be a part of a vibrant community. And I think the chamber is an organization that can be a catalyst for the business community and draw people in from that important sector of our economy.
The Chamber has a great deal of visibility in the community and among its members. They have many different events that they will put together, different networking events, programs that our members will attend. So the Chamber creates a lot of different opportunities for members to engage in a number of different ways.
Through the Business Matters, Safety Matters program, the Bloomington Police Department has been able to use that program to have educational and informational sessions. And from those meetings, we've gone out individually to businesses and really built tight partnerships with those businesses within the community. They really started in a very kind of informal classroom session and had some conversations with people. And it's funny how that kind of leads to those businesses felt a whole lot more comfortable calling us to come out to their business and really help them, trying to work with them to make a much safer environment for their employees and their guests and even customers.
Being a part of the Chamber allows you to get out of your office and be a part of the community. It's really a great opportunity for us as mortgage lenders to step out of our office and participate in community events and to be a part of our local business community.
Bloomington Public Schools has a long tradition of excellence because it is part of an outstanding community. A major portion of this outstanding community are our businesses. The welfare of the businesses is important to our schools. When our businesses thrive, it creates a stable financial environment for our community and a stable financial environment for our schools. And research shows that when schools operate in a stable financial environment, student achievement is maximized.
Well, developing the workforce is exactly what Normandale and other higher education institutions are all about. And so it's very important that we educate, we train the workforce of the future, because we all aren't going to be here forever. And we need to make sure that we have the employees, we have the folks who can do the work that we need in the future. So it's very important that as a chamber, we stay on the cutting edge of what's needed. We can watch the trends and make sure that we are prepared for the future.
You know, we, happy to say, are a growing chamber. We have over 475 members right now, and we plan on increasing that obviously into the future, and we're really looking to see if we can increase membership, particularly in the southern metro area in 2016.
And the Chamber is very focused on one of its strategic initiatives, and it's to make sure that the member experience is memorable, meaningful, and measurable for all of the members.
Being a Bloomington Chamber member as an organization is a great way to be in the mix and contribute to the vibrant community that we've come to know as Bloomington.
Thank you for taking time out of your most productive Tuesday, and thank you for coming today. So.